The forest was tranquil, its silence broken only by the whisper of leaves swaying in the breeze. The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence serene and commanding the attention of his disciples. He looked upon them with compassion, sensing their yearning for understanding and clarity. His voice emerged, calm yet resonant, filling the air with gentle authority. Disciples, our suffering originates in the restless currents of the mind. Pulled by desires and fears, the Buddha began. Consider the nature of thoughts. They flow like rivers, carrying us away from the present moment. His gaze rested on a young monk struggling with his practice, offering reassurance without words. You believe thoughts define your reality, yet they are transient as the clouds above, he continued, pointing to the sky. In meditation, you must watch thoughts without judgment, allowing them to drift away without attachment. The disciples listened intently, their faces reflecting both curiosity and unease. The Buddha paused, letting silence emphasize his words before he resumed. The breath anchors the mind, a thread connecting body and spirit, weaving harmony into your existence. He gestured for the disciples to join him in observing their breathing. Guiding them with patience, notice each inhale and exhale, the rhythm of impermanence, revealing the fleeting nature of life itself, he instructed softly. Through awareness of this impermanence, fear loses its hold and peace becomes attainable. The disciples followed his words, their expressions shifting toward calmness. A disciple named Ananda raised his hand hesitantly, his struggles evident in his furrowed brow. Master, my thoughts overwhelm me, scattering my focus during meditation. How can I find stillness amidst the storm? He asked. The Buddha regarded him with empathy, his answer deliberate. Ananda, the storm within is not an enemy but a teacher, showing you the urgency of cultivating peace. Buddha replied. Focus on the breath with unwavering attention. Let it guide you through turbulence to clarity. His words resonated deeply, inspiring both Ananda and the group. The Buddha lifted a nearby lotus flower, its delicate petals symbolizing enlightenment and impermanence. The mind, when tethered to the present, blooms like this flower, untouched by external chaos. He handed the flower to Ananda, encouraging reflection on its profound simplicity. The Buddha, serene, responded, begin with yourself. Become the calm presence you wish to see in him. The Buddha observed silently, sensing their burgeoning understanding of mindfulness. Fear and desire fuel suffering, shackling the spirit within illusions of permanence and control, the Buddha reminded them. Yet suffering becomes a guide when embraced with open-hearted awareness. His words challenged them, urging deeper introspection into their perceptions. The disciples murmured, understanding blooming among them. The mother drew a deep breath, absorbing his words. Even fleeting distractions can be embraced with mindfulness, enriching the tapestry of life, he stated calmly. The disciples resumed their meditation, fortified by the Buddha's wisdom and reassured by his presence. Ananda exhaled deeply, sensing the storm within him beginning to abate through conscious breathing. The Buddha observed with a slight smile, acknowledging the progress unfolding among his students. Mindfulness reveals the constant transformation within and around us, dissolving illusions of permanence, the Buddha explained. Through this insight, we discover liberation from suffering and attachment. His voice imbued each word with calm conviction, inspiring collective reflection among the disciples. As the sun began its descent, painting the horizon with golden hues, the disciples emerged from meditation. Do you know why the lotus blooms untouched by the mud? He asked the child. The boy shook his head. The Buddha addressed them once more, his words as grounding as his presence. Let go of judgment, for judgment entangles the mind in endless conflict, he instructed softly. Awareness flows freely without barriers, granting clarity and the foundation for wisdom. He gestured toward the path leading beyond the forest, symbolizing journeys of discovery awaiting each disciple. The path is long and filled with trials. Yet wisdom lies in the present, not distant destinations, Buddha emphasized. Walk with humility, patience, and open-heartedness. The disciples bowed deeply, expressing gratitude for the teachings and wisdom shared during the session. The Buddha rose, his movements graceful and unhurried. As he prepared to continue his journey, the Bodhi tree stood as witness to the profound exchange of learning. As night approached, the disciples gathered their belongings, carrying the Buddha's teachings within their hearts. They walked silently through the forest, reflecting on impermanence and mindfulness learned from their master. The forest itself seemed imbued with the wisdom of the session. Under the vast starry sky, the disciples considered their responsibilities to embody teachings through their actions. The Buddha's presence lingered in their thoughts as guidance in future challenges they might face. Another day, another step in the journey of enlightenment. The Buddha sat beneath the Bodhi tree, his presence serene. The Bodhi tree remained as a silent witness to the unfolding of wisdom. Their journey illuminated the shared path of seeking and finding truth. Another day, another gathering beneath the Bodhi tree. The disciples assembled to hear the Buddha's timeless wisdom. The forest hummed gently, embracing the group in its natural harmony as anticipation filled the air. The Buddha observed their expressions, sensing curiosity and deeper questions brewing within their minds. The morning light filtered through the leaves, casting patterns on the ground as the Buddha began to speak. Disciples, understanding arises when one listens not only with the ears but also with the heart, he said calmly. The mind, clouded by fear and desire, obscures the clarity required to perceive truth. A disciple named Yashoda stepped forward, holding a scroll filled with symbols and diagrams. Master, I seek knowledge and understanding through logic. How can meditation complement this pursuit? He asked. The Buddha gazed at him, his words measured and thoughtful. Yashoda, logic unveils the outer world, while meditation reveals the inner universe hidden within the depths of your being, Buddha answered. Just as sunlight illuminates the earth, stillness brings clarity to the mind's convoluted patterns. The disciple nodded, intrigued by the parallels drawn. The Buddha reached for a bowl of water, holding it aloft for all to see. Observe this water. When disturbed, it becomes cloudy, yet it clears when left in stillness, he explained. The mind mirrors this process, achieving clarity when freed from agitation. The disciples listened intently as the forest echoed with the sounds of life, blending seamlessly with the Buddha's teachings. The breeze carried his voice across the gathering, wrapping each sentence in profound wisdom. He continued, delving deeper into the essence of meditation. Stillness is not merely the absence of motion but the awareness of motion itself. Each moment witnessed without attachment, he said. Through this awareness, you uncover the interconnectedness of all things, dissolving illusions of separation and isolation. The Buddha paused, allowing silence to punctuate his words before addressing Yashoda again. Logic seeks patterns, while meditation embraces the flow of existence beyond patterns, he elaborated. Together, they guide us toward harmony within and with the world. A scholar from a nearby village approached the Buddha, his robes ornate and his demeanor inquisitive. Master, I have heard of your teachings. How does this stillness influence human behavior and growth? He asked. The Buddha regarded him with gentle understanding. Scholar, meditation nourishes the seed of wisdom within, allowing it to bloom as compassion, patience, and insight, Buddha answered. These qualities transform our interactions, fostering unity and understanding among all beings. The scholar listened closely, scribbling notes on his scroll. The Buddha lifted a lotus blossom, its petals vibrant and symmetrical, drawing attention from the gathering. This flower grows from the mud, yet it rises above, reaching toward the light, he explained. Meditation mirrors this process, lifting the spirit toward higher understanding. The disciples reflected deeply on the symbolism, finding inspiration in the harmony of nature illustrated by the Buddha's teachings. The forest grew quieter as a sense of shared introspection enveloped the group. Each individual contemplating their personal path, the mind's stillness reveals the interconnectedness of thoughts, emotions, and actions, creating an inner balance that mirrors the universe. Buddha continued. This balance grants us liberation from suffering and attachment, guiding us toward the middle way. His words resonated profoundly. A bird landed nearby, pecking curiously at the ground, momentarily capturing the attention of the disciples. The Buddha smiled, using the distraction as an example in his teaching. Even fleeting distractions enrich mindfulness when embraced with awareness, he said softly. He invited the scholar to join the disciples in observing their breath, guiding them toward deeper stillness through conscious practice. The air filled with the rhythm of breathing, synchronized and deliberate, creating an atmosphere of shared peace under the tree. Science explores the physical, while meditation explores the eternal essence connecting all phenomena, Buddha reminded them. Together, they illuminate the path of understanding, dissolving boundaries between self and other. The disciples absorbed his words, their expressions reflecting growing comprehension. The scholar raised his hand hesitantly, seeking further clarification. Master, how does meditation bridge the gap between thought and action, influencing our daily lives? He asked. The Buddha regarded him warmly, his answer deliberate and composed. Scholar, meditation unveils the root causes of thoughts and emotions, granting clarity that transforms impulsive actions into mindful responses, Buddha replied. Each moment of mindfulness creates ripples, shaping the reality experienced by oneself and others. The sun dipped below the horizon, bathing the forest in hues of orange and gold as the gathering concluded. The disciples bowed deeply, expressing gratitude for the teachings shared and the wisdom gained during the session. The Buddha's presence lingered in their hearts. As night approached, the disciples carried the teachings within, reflecting on their importance in cultivating inner and outer harmony. The forest became silent, witnessing the transformative exchange of wisdom between the Buddha and his followers. Stars began to light the sky, under the vast celestial canopy. The disciples recognized their responsibility to embody the teachings in their actions and interactions. They understood the significance of interconnectedness revealed through the Buddha's words. The scholar joined them, sensing the shared commitment to growth. Through the Buddha's teachings and presence, the disciples discovered a profound sense of purpose and direction in their practice. The Bodhi tree remained as a silent witness to their enlightenment, guiding them toward deeper understanding and mindfulness. The journey continued, illuminated by the Buddha's wisdom and the shared aspiration to seek truth and liberation. Their paths intertwined, creating a tapestry of learning and growth that transcended individual barriers. The teachings resonated, echoing through time and space. Another day, another sunlit morning beneath the Bodhi tree, the disciples gathered, eager for wisdom to enrich their practice. The forest seemed alive with vibrant energy, birds chirping and leaves rustling in harmony with the group's anticipation. The Buddha sat in stillness, his presence anchoring the restless minds before him. A father approached the gathering, holding his young son by the hand, their faces marked with worry and hope. Master, the father began, his voice trembling slightly, my son struggles with anger. I fear this fire consumes his future. The Buddha regarded the boy kindly, his gaze filled with understanding and warmth. Anger is a flame that burns the bearer. Yet its energy can be transformed into light and warmth, the Buddha said. Young one, within your fire lies strength waiting to be guided toward compassion and purpose. The boy glanced upward, curious but hesitant, his hands fidgeting nervously. The Buddha invited the boy to sit beside him, offering a sense of comfort through his gentle and patient demeanor. Close your eyes and imagine your anger as a red flame, flickering intensely within your heart, he instructed. Feel its heat and notice its presence without judgment. The boy followed, his breathing quickened, his small frame tense with emotion that had long been suppressed. The Buddha's voice remained steady, grounding the boy's scattered focus with each deliberate instruction. Now, breathe deeply and imagine a cool blue stream flowing through, calming the fire and easing its intensity. As the boy practiced, his shoulders relaxed slightly, and his breathing slowed into a rhythm of steady inhales and exhales. Do you feel the flame shrinking as the water soothes its edges? The Buddha asked gently. The boy nodded, his face softening in realization and relief. The father observed with awe, the transformation of his son's expression reflecting the wisdom imparted by the Buddha's teaching. The disciples watched intently, understanding the profound simplicity within the practice demonstrated before them. The air seemed charged with the potential for inner harmony. Disciples, emotions are not enemies, they are messengers, revealing the unspoken truths within our hearts, the Buddha explained. Anger, when embraced with mindfulness, transforms into the strength needed to act with compassion and resolve. His words struck deeply, inspiring collective introspection among the group. He gestured toward the forest around them, its beauty serving as a metaphor for interconnectedness and impermanence. Harmony begins within, and when the mind is at peace, the world mirrors this serenity. Buddha continued. Balance lies in embracing extremes without clinging to them. A disciple named Kavira raised her hand, seeking clarity. Master, I struggle with guilt that lingers despite my efforts to release it. How can I find inner forgiveness? She asked. The Buddha turned his attention to her, his response deliberate and empathetic. Kavira, guilt arises from attachment to past actions, a refusal to accept impermanence as the essence of existence, Buddha answered. Forgiveness begins by acknowledging impermanence and embracing the present moment without judgment. His voice imbued each word with quiet conviction. He invited her to join the boy in visualizing emotions as flames and streams, guiding them both toward inner peace. Kavira closed her eyes, her breathing uneven as guilt surfaced in waves, challenging her focus. Breathe deeply, and imagine your guilt as a heavy fog, Buddha instructed. As you exhale, let the fog dissipate, revealing clarity and acceptance within the space left behind. He continued softly. Kavira followed, her expression shifting toward calmness, the weight of her guilt lifting slightly with each breath. The gathering observed silently. Compassion begins with oneself, extending outward to others like ripples across a pond, Buddha reminded them. Self-forgiveness creates space for growth and understanding, nurturing wisdom within our hearts. His voice carried a reassuring tone, inspiring reflection among the disciples. The boy opened his eyes, his gaze steadier and his demeanor calmer, a subtle transformation apparent in his posture. Kavira emerged from her visualization, her expression serene, gratitude radiating from her presence. The father bowed deeply, his appreciation evident. The Buddha addressed the gathering once more, his words grounding and resonant. Emotions are fleeting waves within the ocean of existence, their energy transforming when guided toward mindfulness and purpose, he explained. This transformation unveils the middle way, freeing us from extremes. He gestured toward the path beyond the forest, symbolizing the journeys awaiting each disciple as they embraced his teachings. Each step you take carries the potential to cultivate balance, Connecting your inner harmony with the world around you, Buddha emphasized, the sun climbed higher, casting its warm light upon the gathering as they rose, carrying the wisdom within their hearts. The Bodhi tree stood as a silent witness to the profound exchange of teachings and growth unfolding. Beneath its branches, as the day continued, the disciples reflected on their practice, the teachings guiding them toward inner and outer harmony. The forest embraced their silent resolve, witnessing the transformative power of the Buddha's presence and wisdom. Birds chirped softly overhead, under the vast sky. The disciples embraced their responsibility to embody compassion and balance, fostering interconnectedness through mindful action. The boy walked alongside his father, their bond strengthened by shared understanding and purpose. Kavira joined them, a sense of serenity evident through their master's teachings. The disciples discovered strength in vulnerability and wisdom in balance, enriching their practice of mindfulness. The Bodhi tree remained as a beacon of enlightenment, guiding their paths toward truth and liberation. The journey continued, illuminated by the Buddha's wisdom and compassion, intertwining their paths in harmony and purpose. The shared teachings resonated deeply, echoing through time and space as the disciples embraced their responsibilities with grace and humility. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.